Supernatural family, it's me, Chris, and welcome to the Supernatural Room, a place I'm hoping Supernatural fans can come together, listen to some good old-fashioned fanfic, get to know each other, and support each other in a way only the Supernatural family can. Let me introduce myself. My name is Chris. I live just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. I have been a Supernatural fan for many, many years. I love everything about it. The show, the writers, the actors, AKF, Random Acts, Misha is my hero. Oh, but the best thing is the fandom. I have made so many friends through the years from the fandom, and I am still blown away at all the love and kindness and generosity that I see in the fandom all the time. I'm so proud to be even this much of this amazing group of people, and it's humbling to see all the good that we do. So, what are we going to be doing here? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to be reading you some fanfic. Some old, some new. It's always going to be canon and PG-16-ish? We'll see. YouTube regulations. I don't want to get into all of that. I'm going to keep it simple. And out of the love and respect for the writers and the actors who have lived with and created these characters that we love so much over these past going on 15 years. Yes. Anyhow, with all of that said, check this out. Today's story is found on fanfiction.net and is called The Impossible Takes a Little Longer and is by K. Hannah Carosi. I picked a story that takes place in the pilot episode. I thought this is my pilot video. It's only appropriate. Here we go. It was after they'd eased his car from the wreckage of Constant Welch's house, and Dean decided he wouldn't have to kill his little brother this time. After they checked Sam's chest in the beam of a flashlight, and Dean apparently looked so guilty at the deep bruises that Sam made a joke to lighten the load. After they gazed once more at the now unhaunted house, and both of them dragged in a deep breath at a job well done, they got into the car. Dean headed towards the highway, when Sam turned to him and asked, "So how did you get to the house so fast?" Right. Because they'd been on the phone when Dean had heard Sam gasp and the squeal of the Impala's brakes. He called his brother's name with rising fear, but got no response. Nothing. But then a moment later, a ghostly whisper in the background. "Take me home." And he knew immediately what had happened. Okay, so I'm picturing Constance and Sam. She's on top of him in the car. Okay. Right. Sam was still looking at him, waiting for an answer. Dean's mouth curled at the windshield. "Professional secret. Try again. I was in the same profession, remember?" He never forgot, especially the past tense. Dean. But Dean's smirk didn't waver. "Maybe I just ran." Right. The sarcasm was thick in Sam's tone. It had to be what? A couple of miles from town to the Welch place? Probably less, as the crow flies. Which might work if you're a crow. Come on, Dean. Even I can run faster than you. Hey, just 'cause you got those freaky long legs. Besides, he glanced sideways with a grin, how do you know I haven't been practicing? He didn't think he'd changed all that much in the last 3+ years. But Sam sure had. Every glance at the adult face of his baby brother still gave Dean a silent pang. Dean. Fine. Okay. A pause. Astral projection? A huff. If you don't want to tell me, I am telling you, dude. There was this guy, somebody Dad knew in Memphis. Ooh, that's by me. He taught me some stuff. Astral projection. Even after close to 4 years, though, Dean could picture Sam's expression as clearly as if he were looking over at him. He'd be wearing that same look as when he was 6, and Dean tried to convince him the Easter Bunny was as real as the other supernaturals they'd known, albeit not one to be hunted. Even then, Sam had been too serious for his own good. Yeah, I can't see Sam and Dean having Easter egg hunts. Yeah, why not? Because you don't have a physical body when you have an out-of-body experience, let alone a gun? And anyways, it takes a lot more patience and calm than you'd ever have. Trust Sam to deflate a perfectly good joke. Did you make that up, or have you been memorizing the Encyclopedia of Unexplained again? Dean asked with narrowed eyes, adding belatedly, Hey, I'm patient. Just not, right away. He could practically feel Sam's eyebrows climb in exasperation. Maybe they weren't as out of sync as Dean had thought. Okay, he related. Gave it a beat. I carjacked a Volvo. That whipped his brother's head right around and fast. Business dude was driving it. 3-piece suit and everything. I figured he'd got insurance clear up to his fancy haircut, right? He'd be all right. Dean. Sam sounded unexpectedly choked. Tell me you didn't. That actually made him frown, and he glanced to his right with an uneasy creep of his spine. Of course I didn't. What do you think? I go around assaulting innocents now? The flicker of doubt in his brother's eyes left a bitter taste in his mouth. I haven't changed that much, Sam, he said wearily. I didn't mean... Sam drew a hand over his face and rubbed his chest, just like Jared. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just know if you thought I was in trouble... He didn't finish. He didn't need to. The tightness in Dean's chest loosened. Sam still knew his standing in his brother's list of priorities. Number one. Save Sammy. That hadn't changed in 4 years. And he wasn't ashamed of it. Dean slowly nodded. I would. Doesn't mean I'd jump straight there. I actually sometimes go whole hours now without doing something illegal. A laugh. Good to know. The silence got a little easier every time, and Dean wondered if and how long it would take to get back to the way it was before Stanford had been a gleam in Sam's eyes, or if he'd ever get the chance to find out. So, Sam broke the quiet softly. You're not going to tell me? Dean canted his head. There was this big black dog. Dean. Thunderbird? Sam crossed his arms. Portal? Portal? You're such a jerk. Why don't you just say you won't tell me? He grinned, showing teeth. 'Cause it's a lot more fun this way. The duh was implied. Dean. Sam groaned. Dean smiled one more time, then nodded at the journal lying between them. So you want to look up the coordinates? See what Dad left us? Him, really. But some part of Dean he thought dead had come back to life those past few days, and he hoped. Sam looked at him, shaking his head, but amusement and fondness sparkled behind the exasperation. Without comment, he dug out a map and started flipping through the journal. That was such a long time ago. A map. His thoughts wandered. I don't understand. Even over the phone, Sam had sounded frustrated. And he wasn't the one freshly escaped from the police custody. I mean, what could be so important that Dad would just skip out in the middle of a job, Dean? What the hell is going on? A sucked-in breath. The screech of the Impalas stopping. Then, take me home. Dean had dropped the phone and ran. He knew where this would end. Thank God they looked up the location of the Welch house. But it was too far to get there in time on foot. Sam had the car. And Dean's options were slim. That's when he'd seen the Volvo coming down the street. He still didn't know why she stopped, especially when he saw the lined, gray-haired face behind the wheel. But he wasn't above taking any advantage of any breaks he could. Dean circled the car, and she rolled her window down. He leaned down to meet her eye to eye. Please, ma'am, my little brother's in trouble, and I need to get to him fast. I know this is asking a lot, but could I borrow your car? I swear it'll be fine. He didn't know why she didn't just keep driving. Please, he begged, with every drop of sincerity in his body. It's a matter of life and death. He didn't know why she believed him. He could barely hear her tentative, all right, over the thud of his heart. He had no idea why she got out, because he wouldn't have, or what had compelled him to pull out his wallet and shove the few bills he had into her hand. 'Cause you're a good man, Dean Winchester. It'll be at the Welch place outside town. There's enough here for a cab. He didn't stay to see if she'd change her mind. Dean broke a few more laws getting out there, and couldn't even remember if he turned the engine off before he jumped out. All he could think of by then was the Impala idling in front of the house and the two figures struggling inside, and how he hadn't gotten Sam back just to lose him. Okay, here's where Dad went, Sam spoke up. Dean shook off the memory, turned to look at the map his brother was tracing a line down. It probably wouldn't last, but for a few days, Dean had believed in miracles again. The end. So that's the story. That's one of my favorite episodes. It's where it all started. I mean, come on. Anyhow, I liked that story. That was very well written. I thought the author stayed true to Sam and Dean. I could totally hear them saying this to each other, and I could see their faces. Um, this just kind of reminds me of, you know, how at the end of an episode they'll come back for like 30 seconds and do a little teaser. That's this. I liked it. I liked it. I could see that actually fitting into the episode. So, good job. Let me know what you guys think of the story down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions of other stories you'd like to have me read in the future, leave the information down below. I will do my best to get it into another video another time. So, remember, in the Supernatural family, you're never alone, because we love your crazy, wonderful face. So, always keep fighting.